Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Jacob here. I'm bringing you a new series called 3-Minute Guides where I try to explain something in Valorant in under 3 minutes so that it's in an easily digestible form so that you can watch it and learn before you jump into your game. So today we're going to be talking about how to manage your money in Valorant, and we'll jump into pistol round where you start off with 800 credits. And how you spend these credits is really up to you. On Sova, I usually like to go Ghost and double shock bolt for like maximum pistol round carnage. On other players, I will go light shield and I'll get a variety of abilities if I think that will better help my team. And if I'm playing somebody like Jet, where I really want to get up close and personal, I maybe will even go frenzy and light shields. But where the economy really comes into play is after pistol round. During pistol round, you should always just buy what works for you and what you have the most success with. So let's jump into post pistol round and look at how you should better manage your economy in those rounds. So if you lose pistol round like I did here, then you'll go into the next round with around 1900 credits, and you'll have anywhere between 4300 to a little bit less than that going into the third round. And so what you want to do if you lose pistol round, then you don't want to buy SMGs, and you probably won't be able to buy a sheriff unless you got multiple kills in pistol round. So the whole point of this game is to make sure that you have 3,900 going into the third round, because 3,900 is the minimum to buy heavy shields and a Vandal or Phantom into the third round. That's called a full buy in Valorant. And so you just want to buy whatever you can to match so that you have 3,900. So as you can see, I can't buy the Sheriff or the Ghost without dipping below 3,900. So I would just buy the Frenzy going into the second round if I was to lose the pistol round. And buying the Frenzy would allow me to go into the third round having the 3,900 that I need so that I can full buy with my team. And you also want to take a look at your team's money and make sure they're staying around this 1,500 level so that they get 3,900 as well. Always look at the bottom right to help you better manage your money, but really the easiest way is to just look at your minimum next round and buy until you're above the level that you need to be. If you win the pistol round, then you usually want to force up, which means you buy heavy armor and you buy like a Spectre or a Bulldog if you have the money for it, and you try to win the second round, because the thought behind that is you'll have better guns and more armor than the team that lost the pistol round will. And this train of thought kind of carries on throughout the game. So throughout the game, you always want to make sure you're buying with your team. You want to make sure that the majority of your team can do a full buy together, which means you buy at least heavy shields and Vandal and hopefully some abilities. And so if you look at your money and you look at your team's money and you see that you only like maybe 2 or 3 of you guys can't buy, and there's maybe 1 or 2 of you guys that could buy on the round, you want to tell your team that you should save, which means you guys should all probably buy sheriffs, maybe a Bucky, maybe a Stinger, depending on what the round calls for. And buying these will still give you a chance to win the round, but they don't hurt your economy in the long run because you can still buy in the round afterwards. Where you really come into trouble is if you start buying when your team cannot buy, because then you have uneven buys. And what that does is if the enemy team is buying together, then they have 5 people with an assault rifle and full armor, and if your team is not buying together, then you might have 2 people with assault rifles and then 3 people with SMGs and pistols, and that gives you a lot less of a chance to win that round compared to the other team. And that pretty much sums it up for all you need to know in this short video. I may do a longer, more in-depth video on the economy in the future, but if you like this video, please give it a like below, and please subscribe and let me know what other videos and what other tutorials you would like to see in the future. Thanks everybody.